Hey cool cats and kittens, welcome to my YouTube channel. And just in case you cannot tell from the title and my animal print top honey, I'm going to be talking about Tiger King. Yes, Netflix's Tiger King. Now this is not a review and this is not that type of video. I'm pretty much just going to be talking about the lessons I'm taking away from Netflix's Tiger King, lessons as a small business owner, content creator, and personal brand. And these are lessons you can also use. I feel you can also use if you're in this space. So yeah. Oh, by the way, did I introduce myself? My name is Latifah. Tiger King was wild. Oh my goodness, it is the wildest thing I've watched in like 5 years. And what makes it even wilder is that this is people's real lives. It was so beyond crazy. I cannot believe actual human beings live like this, but they do. It wasn't the most positive thing on TV, but you know what, I feel like we can take positives out of every situation, which is why I'm doing this video. And it was such a welcome distraction. It was such a good distraction from all the Rona stuff going on now. I'm in Lagos right now and we are in complete lockdown, no movement. Before we get into the video, let me just tell you a little bit about my channel. On this channel, I'm just going to be sharing like my small business journey, tips and strategies that I feel content creators, personal brands, and small businesses can use to grow online. I'll also be sharing some vlogs and stuff. So if that sounds like the type of thing that you're into, why don't you hit that subscribe button? And before we go ahead, please like, right? So please thumbs up. The first thing that struck me about Tiger King, and this is in no particular order, is branding. These guys were on top of their branding game and their brands were so unique, specific, and jarring. Like Joe, for instance, his brand was this flamboyant, gay, singing, gun-toting, exotic animal zookeeper, right? That was his brand. And yeah, he really used leverage off of his brand to push the message about to push his product, his main product, which was his zoo, and then merch, and then further down the line it was like content, and he even attracted the interest of a reality TV show producer. He used this wild brand to even run for governor, and he got like thousands of votes. There's people who voted for him, which is wild. But then again, if Trump can be president, you know what, honey. So it's important, I feel, as you know, a business owner, whether small or whatever, regardless of the size, it's important to identify your brand and create products around that brand for people who will resonate with your brand, if that makes sense. So it's really key to, I feel, to identify your brand and to be very specific with your message. Number 2, marketing. These guys were always marketing. They did not miss an opportunity to market. Like what? Their parks, their merch, you know, they'd attract people to their parks because there's people who are obviously interested in seeing caged exotic animals, and then they would upsell them from there. Sell them like merch, even like photos with the exotic animals, which is the more expensive product. So they would attract them with cheaper ticket prices and then upsell them more expensive products, which is, I mean, a lot of businesses should be doing that. If they're not doing that, I feel like with me, I don't market myself enough. I don't feel comfortable talking about myself, which is actually the major thing, and I feel like is like bragging, and I'm just not that kind of person. But it's important to put what I can do out there so people will know, because if you don't say it, how are people going to know? I mean, you don't actually have to be as in your face or as loud as, you know, the characters as these guys on Tiger King, but it's important to, especially on social media and online, to just subtly market yourself in little ways. Like for instance, I have a free social media calendar that which will help you plan your social media content for the year. The free download, it's completely free, and you can actually download it in the link in the description. So yeah. Number 3, create your own content. I mean, we live in a time where content marketing is key. It's not enough to just advertise a product and put it out there. You need to create a story around that product, and these guys were masters. Way before social media influencers, these guys were ahead of the curve. Joe Exotic and Carole Baskin, who, by the way, Who thinks Carole killed her husband? Because I do. I think Carole, I keep calling her Carole. I think Carole Baskin killed her husband with the help of some family members and fed him to the tigers.
If I were gonna, if somebody wanted to kill you, then they would put like sardine oil all over you. Something the cat wants to eat, not something the cat wants to drool on.
I think that's what I think happened. But anyways, back to the tips. So yeah, create your own content. Carole and Joe Exotica were creating online content. Joe Exotica had his online shows where his persona was even more amplified, and people were tuning in, and people will come from all over the world to visit his zoo. Carole was creating content on Facebook. She was keeping her audience updated with her shenanigans as a cat rescuer, which she really wasn't, because she eventually opened her own park and she had caged animals. So number 4, which kind of piggybacks off of the creating your own content, social media marketing is key. Now more than ever in these Rona times, I don't know what life is going to be like post-Rona. So now more than ever, it's important for you not just to be online or on social media. It's important to be consistent and putting out content. Let your audience see you. Let your customers see you online. You need to connect with them on social media. And these guys were very smart with using social media. Carole was on Facebook, keeping her audience from a small audience to a humongous. She went from hundreds to like over 1 million followers on Facebook. She was just keeping them updated with her work rescuing cats, and it blew up from there. So it's important to be not just on social media, but to be consistent. And that one for me, I also need to be very mindful of that, because I go on social media breaks and then I'll post for a while. So yeah, I need to be more consistent. Number 5, self-confidence and belief in your product is a major key. These guys are with as much pushback as they had from other people. Joe had Peter pushing back against him. Carole had the people who supported, the industry, the cage animal industry, kicking against her. But they had confidence in their products, and they found people and they inspired that confidence in other people in their products. For instance, Carole inspired so much confidence in her scammy ass big cat rescue that people were actually volunteering full-time hours or even over full-time hours to work at her to work at her zoo, where she was also keeping caged animals, by the way. She was no different from Joe Exotic, but she'd crafted a story of being this person who was going to rescue these animals, and she found people who believed in her to the point where they actually committed their time, energy, and money to her for free. Like, it's important. This just drives home the point that you actually have to have self-confidence in your product. You have to have self-confidence in yourself and self-confidence in your product. And I suffer from a lot of imposter syndrome, and I feel that holds me back a lot. So this is one that I need to just work on. So yeah, those are the 5 tips. Let me just do a quick recap of the life lessons from Netflix's Tiger King. Branding is key. Continuously marketing yourself is very important, even if it's subtle marketing. Create your own content and jump in front of your own narrative. 4, social media and being consistent on social media is crucial to growing your personal brand or your business in this day and age. 5, confidence in your product is key. I'm just going to add a little bonus. Seeing as we're already here, did you see the way Joe used the search traffic, the keywords from Big Cat Rescue, which is Carole Zoo, to drive traffic to his website? He leveraged off of the name, which was so unethical. But the leveraging off of the keywords, there's nothing ethical about it, because that's how to compete for search traffic. In my job as a social media strategist and content marketer, I have a lot of people asking me, Latifah, should we do websites, blogs, or should we focus on social media? And I say both if you can. Websites are crucial for your search traffic. When someone is looking for something specific, they don't go on social media, especially when they don't know what they're looking for. They go on Google and they type in the search term and they get the results from there. And typically you choose the first 3 results you find, right? So Joe was leveraging off of the keywords, which is the ethical part, and the unethical part is where he now used the Big Cat Rescue name and played off of the name. He was using it to drive traffic to his own website, which was driving, you know, sales of his merch, bringing more attention to his personal brand, and just bringing more interest into him. But you know, his wild obsession with Carole Baskin and getting back at her is what landed him in trouble, and that's where, you know, focusing on the wrong thing can really like destroy you. But yeah, SEO, the sixth bonus tip is SEO still remains king, as shown to us on Netflix's Tiger King. So yeah, those are my tips. What did you think about it? This video, it's really hot here, so just trying to wrap it up quickly because I'm sweating. I hope no one can see it. But yeah, those are my takeaways from Netflix's Tiger King. Have you watched it? What do you think about it? Do you think Carole killed her husband? What do you think about my life lessons from Tiger King? Is this something you can resonate with? Comment below. Let me know what you think. Please like the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to chat with you guys later on my next video. Mwah.